Okay. So Heather, thank you very much for making time to share your insights into the future of leadership. But before we go into the future, can you tell us a little bit about your own background? Where did you grow up?
Sure. I grew up in Worcester, Massachusetts. I was one of four children. I had a single mother, so she worked three jobs, and I actually started my working journey when I was 9 years old. I started with a paper route and then ended up bussing tables at a diner and then working in fast food restaurants until I ended up being a waitress in a restaurant and then a bartender, which led me into sales.
Right. And today you're the best-selling author, you're a keynote speaker, you're a marketing leader. Can you tell us what was your dream career when you grew up?
I didn't really have a dream career. I didn't know, when you grow up very poor, you don't think like that. It's more about survival. So there wasn't really this idea of, oh, I'd love to go and do this. It was more, I need to get out and hustle to make some money. So I didn't really think about a dream career until probably not until I was in my 40s.
And who inspired you in your early days?
Probably my coaches. I played sports my entire life, and my coaches were very supportive of me and really encouraged me to push myself to grow, and I really gravitated towards them.
Now, Heather, your book, Confidence Creator, is a #1 Amazon bestseller, and I believe you're coaching leaders on confidence. What is your view on confidence, and how important is it, especially today?
Confidence is the single most important thing. It's the difference between people who go for their ideas, who push themselves to their limits versus those that shrink back in fear. So I really see it as it's the ultimate game changer.
And looking back over your own career, Heather, would you say there was a major turning point or maybe a number of turning points?
Yeah, the biggest one was when I got fired almost 3 years ago from my chief revenue officer position. That was definitely the biggest turning point in my career.
And can you tell us what is driving you today?
Today, I'm driven by generating revenue, by increasing my reach so I can help more people, and innovating my business so that I continue to grow.
Now, Heather, looking into the future, and I know it's a big question, but what does the future of leadership mean to you?
The future of leadership means continuing to be authentic, transparent, and lead by example. Be the person that you would like to have show up for you.
And what is it that you've learned from your own journey that you would consider most important for building future leaders?
Be yourself. Don't try to emulate someone else or be someone else or dress a certain way or talk a certain way because somebody else tells you that's the way to be. Show up as you and listen to the one voice in the world that matters, which is your own.
And Heather, when it comes to social media, what is it that you tell aspiring leaders? How should they navigate social media to build their own leadership brand?
Put it to work for you. Be very aware that everyone can see your social media, whether you think they can or can't. Everyone can see it, and it leaves a digital footprint. So be very savvy about how you are approaching things. You're holding the pen to shape your brand. Be very direct and in control of what that messaging is. And you can continue to evolve your messaging via social media over time, but be deliberate and aware of what you're doing. Don't, do it by accident.
Right. And what is your advice for future leaders? What are the biggest challenges they should expect to encounter in their career?
Everyone's going to have different challenges or, ups and downs based upon what they do or who they work for or the industry they go to. Just expect challenges. Know that, nothing occurs seamlessly without problems, and be ready to focus on finding solutions instead of focusing on the challenges in front of you.
And Heather, if you were to design a curriculum for future leaders, what are some of the new skills that you would want to factor in?
Putting social media to work for you, to advance you, to allow you to sell more products, investing in yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself on social media, so that you can reach more people, sell more products, help more people, really being savvy about the tools and tactics that are available to you today to grow your brand, grow your business, and grow yourself.
Now, Heather, as a mentor to future leaders, can you maybe share a success story or two where you mentored an upcoming leader and that person took your advice to heart?
Yeah, one of the people in my May mentoring program was very unhappy in her job. Her confidence was very low. We worked for a month on developing her confidence and creating a vision of how she wanted to handle herself, how she wanted to live her life. And during this time, through journaling, she discovered she really wanted to start her own company. So within 60 days, she did just that. She launched her own business. She was accepted to a think tank. She got funding from her local community. I mean, there was a number of miraculous things that occurred, all from her following her heart, taking a chance on herself, and moving forward with confidence.
And Heather, in your own career, who are the role models of leadership that you would recommend future leaders should follow?
I think that's different for everybody. It's really who you gravitate towards, who resonates with you. There's been different people in my life at different times. When I was in the radio business, I really looked up to the owner of my old company. His name was Jeff. I like to watch how he did business. I like to see how he acquired companies and how quickly he moved in business. And I learned so much from him at that time. But at that time, I was very focused on that industry. So that was relevant to me. Now, as I've left that industry, I'm more interested in learning from people in different industries, because I realized there's so much that I didn't know about how to do business. And the beauty of social media is that you can learn from people that you've never even met.
Absolutely. So Heather, how can our listeners connect with you and where should they follow you?
My website is heathermonahan.com, and you can find all of my information there. My podcast, Creating Confidence with Heather Monahan, is available wherever you get podcasts. My book, Confidence Creator, is available on Amazon and on Audible, and I'm on all social media at Heather Monahan.
And last but not least, Heather, is there one piece of advice that you would like to convey to future leaders that they should implement in their own leadership?
Leadership is about showing up as the real you, flaws and all. There is nothing wrong with owning them, admitting you don't have all the answers. In fact, being vulnerable is what will draw people closer towards you.
Well, Heather, thank you so much for sharing your insights and your wisdom into the future of leadership and reminding us that confidence is at the very heart of success today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.